All right, there we go.
Okay, Stu Greenwald here with Awakened Stories. Stories here. Oh my God, I'm screwing it up already. Here with King Smarty, and today is November 30th. So we have updates and all sorts of stuff. Seems like it's going on. How are you, Smarty?
I'm fantastic. I'm the fruits of my labor is manifesting as
I
we
can,
speak. So
yeah, I can see that. So I labeled this one the Galactic Sting Operation because a lot of what you said the past couple of videos, like I feel like we need to clarify that for some people. So if it's okay, could you define who we'll call them the dark forces, the enemy is clearly, so we all are on the same page?
okay, that's easy. The dark forces are different beings of all races who decided to do dark things. So this is another reason why we had taken so long to do certain things because it's not just one specific race. Just like not all humans are good like us, right?
Right, right.
So that's a force. That's a dark force. Humans. So it's literally dark to light, or darkness against light, or hate against evil. Now you're seeing hateful things happen everywhere. That's what we're fighting. That type of spirit, that type of being, that type of program. So, and that program exists universe wide, not so wide, but it's we pretty much got it tightened down universe wide. So when I talked about the galaxy, this galaxy is humongous. So you got different planets and different solar systems within this galaxy here that are pure evil, and they literally feed off of the evil and bathe in it and all this darkness. And it's not just one group. Right now, the reptilians and Dracos are taking a lot of heat for what's been happening to Earth and the people on Earth, and it's not totally them. And there's even Dracos and reptilians that are also of the light who are here participating and helping clean things up. So when I say a galactic sting operation, we're a super supreme force that existed since the beginning of creation. It was something that our father put in place billions of years ago. And when things got out of order, we would take on these new entities, these new bodies, these new avatars, and we would go into certain locations and fix everything that was wrong. Mainly me being the number one because I'm representing Dad. Um, so when I say a galactic sting operation, that's literally what it is. We've come from far, far away, and we are here to. Well, we've always been here. We're revealing ourselves.
Right, right.
And we're revealing ourselves in such a way where it's you can't deny it, which is another reason why those that the changes that will be happening in the coming days, like the wealth transfer, like the release of the chambers and technology, even military personnel, their technology, because everybody in the intel community and behind the scenes, they know we're here. There's so many different types of technologies that have already shown them that we are for real and that we are superior, and they are coming to terms with it. Some easier than others, right?
Right,
Uh,
right.
the ones the ones that are causing friction and don't want to go along with what Daddy wants, they're the ones that are causing the chaos right now, which is also good because once they're done for good. And it's not just it's like literally done. like your whole soul, all that is done.
Right.
So, and this doesn't matter where you're at. You can be on Mars. You can be in the Draco constellation. You can be the Palladians. You can be anywhere. When your time is up, we're coming to get you because we have the entire galaxy surrounded. For those of you remote viewers, you guys can look out and you can see that it's kind of like a wall, and it's thick like this, and it's surrounded the entire universe. I mean, the entire galaxy here. And there's different what do you call it? There's different spacecrafts and entities that are guarding so that no one comes in and no one comes out.
Okay. Okay.
Majority of the people and the beings on the other side, they're already living in peace. For instance, the celestial celebrations already taking place. The problem is we wasn't invited. Actually, we were invited. We just haven't remembered yet.
Okay.
So we're all gonna witness that too, and it's gonna be like, oh shit. So yeah, the sting operation also consists of allowing them to attack and do certain things, which is also what I call choices.
Right. Right.
So you have many, many choices and thousands of choices, and your choices have all. Dad designed it in a way where your choices are all ending around the same time. So if you look out and you see what that means, that means all of these dark players here have been given chances throughout the entire galaxy universe, and at this point in time, their choices are literally running out, and then they're being sent to Pebble Valley, to the ethers. That's what some people would call hell in certain groups.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're literally being wiped out, never ever to return anywhere in the universe. For instance, we all seen that Kissinger just posted that he died.
Yeah.
And they posted that he was 100 years old, which is a lie because he's older, way older. And when they did that, because he's already been dead, right?
Right.
When they did that, that allowed more spirits to run around and cause chaos. Because certain people see that as a trigger, and it's like, okay, now I'm going to be the new boss.
Ah.
So that's the type of stuff that we deal with, and nobody realizes that we are actually dealing with this type of stuff. And they also do certain attacks on me, my persons, my equipment, all of our equipment, the groups, the Jedis, the second in command, all the other teammates, the kids, and those type of attacks come in just by lower dimensional beings. So we have to clean up, defend against all that as well. When they do that, it's also a good thing. However, the attacks are bad, right? But it's a good thing because we literally are, especially B. He's literally taking the hits for everybody. So he's like the main guy that gets hit, and then I clean him up, just like I've healed, a lot of y'all. I do that to him on a daily basis because he takes the hits for everybody.
Right.
However, when the hits do take place, that means, 1 or 2 or 10, 20, 100 different beings just get dealt with because they sent people, they sent assassins, they sent this, they sent these guys, they sent that person, they sent that being. And then you got galactic contracts that are being carried out. And when they get here, they realize, oh shit, those guys are real, man. We're not going over there. So that's why it's a sting operation, because nobody really understands or knows until they start to engage with us, and then
Right.
they realize, whoa, what are these guys? How are they able to do this? And that the reason why we're able to do this is because we work for Daddy, literally.
Right. So I wanted you to basically say what you just said and explain to the people that when the dark hits one of your people or your workers or a good person, that allows you to retaliate. Okay, so they reveal themselves, which is the sting part of the operation, right? So
Exactly.
a lot of people, I think it was the last video we did, were very upset about some of the things that we talked about. For example, like, why aren't we saving the people in Palestine? Why aren't the homeless people in San Diego?
And I would say, according to who?
Yeah, well, that's what I wrote back in the comments, or I've talked to them about.
Right.
Is the dark forces are revealing themselves and their plans, and
Right.
of course it awakes more people, the regular people, but it allows you and your special forces to go in and take care of them, right?
Yeah, that's exactly the case. And I want you guys, whoever's commenting those type of comments, you have to understand that the reason why it's happening, the reason why Dad is allowing it to happen, because he knows more than you. and he knows, he knows that when it's all said and done, those people can come back because he knows more than you, and he knows how to revive them, and you don't.
Right. Right.
And I know this to be a fact because I've already seen it. I've already witnessed it. I've literally brought people back from the dead myself, right? So if I can do some of the wild and wonderful things for the people, miracles and wonders, that's what we call it, right?
Right.
So what makes you think Dad isn't allowing this type of stuff to happen only for the big revealing of, okay, here's why it all happened.
Yeah.
And here they are. I've already talked about how some of the children are coming back in human. I mean, not human. Well, yeah, human, but adulthood.
Adult. Right.
Right. And people are starting to witness things like that already happening. Not to mention the dreams, which we all know, because I told y'all the dreams aren't dreams. They're different realities showing you what's really happening.
Right. Right.
Now, I want you guys to picture this also. Let's say there's a portal right here. There's a portal right here. There's a portal down there. There's a portal down up here, right? So at any point in time, we can go in and out of these portals, right? Especially mine's in the golden cube where Dad is at. I can go in and out these portals and take people and put clone bodies in there and let the clone bodies get destroyed. And then the ones that we take, we put them over here. They grow up, they learn, they do what they got to do, and then they come through this portal.
Wow.
So people don't understand what the fuck is really happening. And I'm going to show y'all what's really happening, okay?
Thank you for saying that, because like we just literally saw a video that was a little upsetting, like right before this video started, and it's upsetting to see, and the fact that you could be doing that is very exciting. And yeah.
Well, think about it. Look at all of the cabal members that all of a sudden look different.
Yeah.
So what that should tell you, if you've done your proper research, that they have technology to clone these people. Okay. And that's even coming out. Everybody's talking about it. It's being exposed no matter what, because that honorable disclosure is happening, whether they want it to happen or not. Daddy says honorable disclosure because he wants them to do it. Right. Even if they decide not to do it, it's still going to happen. So with all that being said, everything will be revealed. When we take an individual, they clone them. Okay, that's fine. Then we got to go after them again, or the military, or the other forces, whatever group decides to go do it, they go do it. Everybody's under daddy's orders and my command, my orders, daddy's orders, same thing. I mean, that's why I'm superior. That's why I'm the galactic overlord, right? Because no matter how you look at it, all of these individuals are under my command. Some of them even think that they're in charge of their own lives, and they're not. Because daddy designed them to do a certain thing, and when they don't, that's when I do what I have to do, right? Now, same thing with the children and the people that are being violated, murdered, and all that. We have superior technology. We can do things faster than you can blink. So for all those children, including that woman that just got stabbed, we went in there, swiped her out, put somebody else in their place, and now people are waking up because these evil people are doing these evil things, and like, oh my God, we can't let this shit happen no more. So that's changing the frequency. That's changing the consciousness. That's showing people where we don't want to be. And then we continue to raise consciousness. So that's another reason why I say be careful what you wish for. You want to be stronger, you want to have abilities, you got to realize what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But you know, daddy's doing things in a way where people didn't even realize it was real. Right? So even if, like, for instance, the Matrix simulated blah blah blah, right? The simulation, all that is literally cabal type creation, or if you would. We are natural.
Right.
You see the difference?
Yes. Yeah.
So they can do things and change our appearance and all that stuff, but daddy can do it too, and do it in a natural way where we don't have to plug a fucking chip into our brain to make us have these superpowers. All we have to do is just allow the process. Daddy will give us the frequencies, and now we got superpowers.
Right. Right.
And that's another reason why I said I'm not going nowhere, and I however time it takes, I'm going to make things right. And together, me and daddy's the Holy Spirit. So
it's so exciting. So exciting.
Let's go.
Now, I've heard it said before that the dark, this is what I've heard. It's cosmic law that the dark forces have to disclose what they're doing. So that, so that's why we're hearing it in the music. We're seeing it in the movies and all that. Is that true? Is there a cosmic law like that?
Yes, that is true. And because things are happening more and more fast, they're having to do it in the open. And that's what we want, because remember, the rules of engagement, the current rules of engagement for me and my squad, they have to be exposed in order for us to take them out.
Yep.
For hundreds of years, they've been doing things behind the scenes, putting the information out on a certain website, and then not showing nobody, hey, go look over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, they had to tell people what they're doing in order for them to even get away with it, which is why I come out and I'm telling everybody who I am and what I'm doing. And I'm doing it in a how you like me now type of
yeah
in your face. I'm admitting to all of the dark ones that I'm killing y'all every day. And I'm going to continue. You afraid of Baphomet, you afraid of Satan, you afraid of Lucifer, you afraid of the reptilians, you afraid of the Dracos, you afraid of the wrong motherfuckers. That's all I gotta say. like I said yesterday, or was it the day before? I think it was yesterday. Daddy has to protect everybody because he made me. So let that shit sink in, what that really means. That means that I can pretty much take you out. And
right.
he's protecting you from, and you know, everybody that listened to me back in the Facebook days, I always said it, man. The only one that can protect you from the only one that can protect you from me is Dad. And it's becoming more and more real, which is also is going to it's checkmating everybody.
Right.
So we know things are bad. We know people do bad shit. We know, not everybody's good. Not everybody does. Um, everybody's stealing and doing stupid shit to each other. Now, when they find out that the king doesn't like people stealing, the king doesn't like lies, the king doesn't like this, the king doesn't like that, and then when they see the live aberrations happen, they're going to think twice.
Right. Right.
I mean, you got free will and freedom to do all your shit, but remember, Daddy's watching, and if he sends me over there, I'm not even knocking on the door. I'm coming right through.
Right. Right. Yay. Now, could I ask who's helping you with the cleanup of Earth? So you have, we'll call them your crew, the Jedis, the galactic forces, angelics. You said last time fairies here. How about those from Inner Earth or the other districts? Are they also helping?
Yeah, everybody is helping. There's many different names. Even like I said, even the reptilians are helping.
Yeah.
The reptilians, Lyrians, Argarthians, the ant people. You got all types of different beings that are here helping, and there's so many of them. Like I'm talking about billions. So people have to realize and understand that Dad made thousands of different beings, and we're 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 definitely not alone. So what's going to happen first is we're going to have okay, here down the block we're going to have a galactic embassy. Okay, we're also going to have a galactic or not a galactic, well, yeah, galactic and portals, travels. Now, when I say different beings, there's different beings, and they all have their own groups. Okay, so you got the galactic Federation councils and stuff like that. They talk about the Galactic Federation of Light and blah blah blah. Those guys are not even real. That's some made up shit. And then you have, I mean, they want to be real, but you're going to find out that they're not. So you have different groups, you got different looking beings, and what's going to happen first is the humanoids. Those of us that are human in appearance are going to be the first ones to communicate, visit, teach you guys. Some of them are already here, okay? And these are galactics that have been chosen throughout the universe to come here and participate. And they're all literally already here that you can't see them. They're popping up everywhere, right? And you're going to start seeing more and more ships just hover and then little light particles coming out of them, because those are also galactic beings that are here doing certain things. But he wants the humanoids to do to be the first ones so that people aren't too freaked out. They're going to be freaked out already.
It makes sense.
Yeah, they're going to be freaked out already. Now, you're already seeing the evidence of the reptilians. They're shape-shifting, their eyes, all that stuff. So you'll still be able to see them, and the bad ones will be dealt with. They won't be able to do certain things because they're being dealt with. The good ones will remain if they choose to, or if Daddy allows them to. And they themselves will have to reveal and tell and stuff like that. But then as we continue, you're going to see crazier and crazier looking beings that like, oh, shit. Some of them look scary, and they got more heart than some of these humans down here. More love, I mean, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a smorgasbord of wild, crazy, beautiful, exciting things.
Right.
and especially everybody's going to be wealthy, so they're not going to, we're not going to be in a state of needing anymore. People are going to have everything that they want, everything daddy wants for them. You're not going to have to, worry about water, worry about where you live, worry about food, none of that. You'll still be able to make money and get greater things and buy land and have, bigger houses, mansions, or whatever you want to call it. But the necessities will be given to you.
Right, right.
Everybody deserves to live in peace, So, and that's another reason why Palestine is going through what they're going through, because you got the reptilian half breeds and dark spirits killing, molesting, raping, humiliating, eating, harvesting. All that shit has been happening over there for the last so many years, right? But again, they're doing it in the open because they had to tell people. I mean, they're literally saying that we're going to level Gaza, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They're saying it in the open,
right, right.
And we're happy that they are. I mean, it's exciting.
It just reveals every one of them. Now, about 3 or 4 days ago, you put out a post like every dark being is on 24-hour notice. Like you said that something about you put an hourglass next to each one of them. How did that all work out?
That all worked out exactly the way Daddy wanted it. So some turned to him, some got turned into fairy dust, and some went to Pebble Valley, and some died. I mean, that's how it happened. Even the dark ones that Daddy wants to be apprehended, arrested, and he wants them apprehended and arrested. Like, I can't do nothing to them.
Right, right.
Like, I want to just pop, 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 right? Because energy tells matter what to do, and pow, that's literally what I do.
Right.
Pow. He wants them to be apprehended and have the military tribunals for the masses to see. So that's another thing that the hourglass does. It allows them to make their final decisions within that hour, the 24 hours, whatever time that Daddy gives them. Daddy's the one that gives them time. Because if it was up to me, I would have killed these fuckers a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yeah.
What's happening is those that have been marked with the yellow ball and the orange X, the military and certain groups have technology and abilities to see these guys, and these guys are the ones that are being apprehended for the military tribunals. And I've already told y'all the military tribunals don't end here. Even if you was to get tried and executed, your essence, your soul gets taken onto another vessel, and then you have to go through tribunals and court there too.
Right.
So there's many levels to what's happening here. You know that saying where they talk, I've said it before, that 5D chess.
Yeah.
Well, this is beyond that. This is like 200D, multi-dimensional warfare. And you know how they say we're not fighting against principalities or whatnot, or however they say that. That's true, because we've been fighting entities on multiple frequencies. So that's my purpose. I'm here, but then I'm here. And that's another reason why I'm able to take frequencies from anywhere and put them into my products.
Right.
And then they work, because it's nothing but an energy field that has the frequency to cure cancer, to do this, to do that, to kill darkness, to poison their adrenochrome, to do this, to do that, right? So.
Well, we've all seen pictures of entertainers, movie stars, singers, politicians that look different. They've lost weight, they've gained weight, they've whatever, or they've been sick. we all know that they're not the original body and that they've been cloned or whatever.
That's
And,
exactly right.
yeah. And I know probably at the beginning of the pandemic, you tainted the adrenochrome.
Yep.
Right? So
that's another reason why you saw them deteriorating. Plus they were cut off. When I say galactic sting operation,
right.
The galactics are working, the good guys and some bad guys are working with the militaries.
Right.
And that's what Fisher was doing back in the day when he was on the Real Truth Call,
right.
which he's still doing. So you got different groups working with the military. This is why they stepped up to combat what's happening, because they have help.
Right.
And they also got help from me that they haven't acknowledged publicly, but behind the scenes they have.
Right.
And all that's coming anyway, because there's nothing that they can even do, because they know that the orders are coming from me too.
Right. Right.
So I mean, they look at me like I'm just wild. I'm just crazy. Like we can't fucking stop them. We're just gonna have to keep doing what we got to do, and whatever God, because they call him God.
Yeah.
Whatever God wants to happen, we'll just keep it going. I mean, he's obviously, we can't do nothing about him, so he's obviously saying, telling us the truth, and he's helping out. So that's another reason why in the beginning they considered me a nuisance, because I was out there like all the other YouTubers and all the other so-called woke people saying all this shit and doing all this shit.
Yeah.
Until they realized that I'm doing shit for free, healing people for free, taking out things for free, doing this, doing that for free. I'm no longer a nuisance. Now they consider me an asset, right? I'm not an asset either. I'm the fucking king.
They're assets to you.
Exactly. They're assets to me. And if daddy wants me, or if daddy allows me, I'll make them all disappear too. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Y'all see, the military has a certain way about them. They have to follow orders too.
Yeah.
And whoever's on the top of these chains are the ones that we address, that we change, that we eliminate, kill, or change, or whatnot. Or we show them that this is the way to do it, or else we allow them to be attacked. We allow things to happen so that they can see. You see what happened recently to General Smith, how he was hit with a dart, and then they found out that it was what I said was true, right? So what happened after that? They started ramping up things because this shit is real. So, I've already told them, listen, Dad said get it done, start arresting people, start doing this, start doing that, go accidentally on purpose, take out some Israeli forces, go do this, go do that. Oops.
Well, I know you said, all right, for example, we saw you running into the Georgia Guidestone and just knock that over. Okay, so there's been plenty of what we'd call sites, important sites. I don't know if they're sacred, like Notre Dame, for example, that burned down like what, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
Those are all dark sites.
Yeah, they all had to do with the depopulation, human harvesting, and they didn't write it that way, but that's what it was for.
Right.
So we're going to continue to blow up some of their sites. Some of the Baphomet sites that were posted all around the country and world are already gone, and people don't know what happened to them. Just like the monoliths.
Right.
The monoliths came and went, and they were trying to take them and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that should have showed everybody that things can appear and be taken away. And it's all very, very real. I mean, look at the ships right now.
Right.
They're popping up, they're revealing themselves, they're looking like clouds, and then they're taking off. So when I say that we've already won, Dad already won, it's because we did. Right. When I asked if the earth was liberated, that's because it is, right? It is. and we are allowing the process. Like none of the stuff that they wanted to happen up until this point happened. They wanted to start a World War III where they got everybody engaged and everybody, going off of their emotions to trigger, certain things from happening. And remember, I told y'all, Daddy said he don't want nobody involved. He wants us to take care of it. And if they get involved, they're going to be dealt with. Plus, the good guys, like the good military, was already communicating with all of these other countries, and they know that this is what they've been doing: propaganda, fake this, acting like Hamas, doing this, doing that, the third, everything. So that's another reason why behind the scenes they've already surrendered, but their propaganda campaign is continuing. Right now, they're shitting bricks. They're so scared they don't even know what to do anymore. But you won't think that when you're watching that fucking propaganda.
It's true.
If Daddy tells me that they're afraid, that they're on the run, that they're this and that, that's what it is.
Well, I've seen it. I know it's been shared around, all of these commercials and propaganda pieces that they're doing. Like they're poorly done and people are finding flaws with them and errors. And it's so obvious to us that are watching that it's not real. It's
right, right. And that's true. And that's also something that was told to all of the surrounding countries and people in the communities, that this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be exposed. They're going to show everybody for what they really are, who they really are. The Rothschild banking, reptilian, satanic, they're all in the same group, and they all believe that that's their promised land. However, they don't believe in God. So what the fuck is really happening here?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't fucking believe in God, but you believe that's your promised land? No. Fuck out of here.
That's all propaganda. And of course, every one of us have heard that since we've been little kids, that that's their land and blah, blah, blah. So it's been enforced in every person for their entire life, whether they live there or not, Now, one of the things with the Galactic Sting operation, I wanted to clarify with you, just so other people understood it clearly. The Jedis, for example, we don't remember what we're doing on our missions or when we sleep or whatever, but that is on purpose because we don't want to give any sensitive information away. Like basically that's why. Like sometimes I remember snippets and some of them seem more important than others. I don't talk about those, but the other ones are just kind of fun to know about. But if I knew too much, I would be excited and want to tell everybody. And we don't want that right now.
Well, why do you think Daddy don't tell me everything? Because
I know.
Everybody knows I got a big fucking mouth. I'm telling you everything.
Yeah. Well, I know, and you've kind of given hints that you're not supposed to. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's so good.
Yeah, even my son woke up the other day, and he talks about JJ. He wakes up and he says, "Man, I had the weirdest fucking dream. We was in this little area, and it was like a meeting and a table, and we had different races all around us, and they were showing us the battles, and they were showing the kids together playing, and this is what could be, and this and that, blah blah blah." I'm like, He was like, it felt so real. Okay.
Well, I know I had a dream about a month ago and you were in the dream. So I was doing it. I was waiting in a old nasty Holiday Inn, and I was bored, and I'm like, I'm doing my job. And you popped in and you asked me a whole bunch of questions, totally serious, totally businesslike. And then you left, and I remember looking out the door at the end, and it was a Holiday Inn. So I thought that was weird. But you said something about we're going to meet at Midway Station or something like that.
Yeah.
And when you're done, we'll meet at Midway Station. I'm like, okay, so exciting, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the transfer station.
Transfer station. So we're going to meet there, or we already have.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we see. Remember, not everybody. There's a lot of new people, but
Yeah.
remember when I was in the basement. Remember what Daddy called it? He called it the transfer station,
Oh,
and there was a portal in there that I was using to do what I had to do.
yeah.
Even like, um, you know, my kids, they just told one of my cousins, my dad was in the basement all day long. He didn't come out for shit. With rats and cockroaches and all that shit. But I was there working.
Yeah.
I was there working because you know, daddy had me doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. And I know we had talked way back when, and you said you weren't really allowed to leave to a certain point because you had to basically kind of do your thing, whatever you were doing. So
right.
yeah.
Well, we at that time we was going in and out the tunnels and taking out the adrenochromes, and there were certain doors and certain well, yeah, there was like certain doors and gates that military forces, galactic forces couldn't penetrate. So I would have to come in and then let them in. And then what I would do is after I opened up the doors, I would go in, take out a few individuals, and then they would come in to do the rest.
Right. Okay.
And even they were like, man, we gotta have some type of help. Let's go, because they've noticed, and that's why we are where we're at now.
Right.
And I've been telling everybody this shit for the last 6, 7, 8 years. Nobody believed me. Well, I can't say nobody believed me, but it was hard to believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's like in your face.
Well, and that's one of the things I wanted to bring up today is there's a lot of people, like friends of mine, for example, they'll watch your videos and they like you because you're funny and the way you talk and everything, but they're more hoping than believing that what you say is true. All right.
That's that's literally I gotta see it to believe it.
Yes. Yeah.
There's little to no faith in that.
Right.
Whatsoever. Now remember, Dad wants everybody to be faithful. You have to have that faith. You have to have that knowing. Knowing and faith is like hand in hand. Mm-hmm. When you have faith that it's going to happen, that turns into a knowing, and then that faith gets stronger and stronger and stronger, where you no longer have to see it to believe it. You can feel that the shit is going to happen, and you're not hoping that it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. You're not believing it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Some people have that knowing and that it's going to happen, but then they use stupid words like "I hope it's going to happen,"
logic or whatever.
Right.
I don't see it yet. It's not happened yet.
Right, know? and that's the case with everything. So people have to realize that hoping puts you in a state of how you say what's the word for it? Shit. When you desperate.
Yeah.
Despotism. That's literally that hoping mentality puts you in a desperate type state. Now, when you change your vibration and you change your frequency and you know that things are happening, and you no longer believe it because you know things are happening, and if you understand how your thoughts and your words manifest the reality, then you even know more that it's going to happen because you understand that your you're knowing and you're wanting and well, you're knowing it's going to happen allows the manifestation to happen quicker. So for everybody that's hoping this shit is going to happen, remove that word from your vocabulary, right? You don't have to see it to believe it because your ass is still alive. So obviously somebody's here taking care of business for you. And that's until you realize that it's very real.
Yeah.
So remove that shit. That's nothing but doubt.
Right.
So if you put that doubt energy into your reality, then it never happens. That's that fucking dangling carrot, right?
Yeah. And we talked about that before. You feel good, and then you have the doubt, and you go back. So things never change. You'll never see change if you're flip-flopping like that all the time.
That's true. That's true. So for everybody, I mean, you don't gotta listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So you can continue to hope while we experience fun shit over here.
Yeah.
Go over there and hope, and we'll take care of business and have fun over here.
Yeah.
I love y'all anyway, so it's cool.
Well, they're good people. It's just heavy programming, and they're, they can't see an expansion beyond the material world, the material plane. Like they're very entrenched in everyday stuff, work, eating, whatever, and they haven't seen that there's a bigger picture.
That's right, and those type of individuals they'll be doing great things also when they realize that shit, this was true, this is right. And let me stop thinking this way. Let me just get with the new reality and start putting my energy into manifesting great things for everybody, not just for myself.
Right.
Because I've always taught y'all, if you want wonderful and benevolent and cool things to happen for you, go help somebody. Help somebody today. Right. That's why Dad wants us to put these signs up everywhere when we start the process here. It's going to say help somebody today. Free hugs or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as the people come in and out of this area, they're going to see these things, and they're going to see buildings build up. They're going to see beautiful things. They're going to see animals and dolphins and whales all just chilling. Like, wait, did I just walk into fucking paradise? Yes, you did.
It is going to be awesome. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's going to be real awesome. And, it's, I get it too, though. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
But if you understand how manifestation works, and you understand how the most powerful energy is love, and the love is what's powering everything, then you start to understand everything.
Right.
More and more. Yesterday, he sent me across the bridge to the mainland. Destin is literally an island. Right. You have to cross 3 bridges just to get here. So I had to go across the bridge to the mainland. And before I got there, he was showing me a big tower, and he says, "That's your bank."
Ooh.
So that's one of the banks that's going to be on the mainland. And people are going to be able to come through the new airport, the travel station, the underground tunnels. You can see all, man, listen. He shows me everything, and it's going to happen. Like, I don't care if you hope. I don't care if y'all have zero faith. I do. I know Daddy's real. I know he loves me. I know he loves y'all too. And what he's having me do down here is unbelievable for a lot. What is going to happen, including me owning Wells Fargo. So,
well, I kind of wanted to leave that to a separate section, if that's okay.
It's okay. It don't matter to me. But like I said, I don't care what the website says. You listen to what I'm saying.
All right.
Okay.
Well, all right. So you have upgraded the consciousness of every being here on Earth. I think it was 3 times in the past let's just say month or so.
Right.
Now, does that also include inner Earth / the other oh my God.
Yeah, I got you. I can see. That's a good question. What that does is, first of all, Daddy did it. He just told me to reinforce it, which I did, right? What that does is that makes us compatible with the other. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It makes us compatible with all the other entities and high vibrational beings. And it also allows us to be connected with them. You know how I say the galactic commerce and all this stuff? Well, we have to raise the consciousness. This is why my coins will be super
valuable,
because they want the shit too.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, there's still civilizations out there that they want my stuff because they know what it can do for their area. And if you got all the frequencies and you can grab the frequencies the way I can, why wouldn't they want it?
Right.
So what's happening is, yes, we are becoming compatible to the other districts, to the galactics, to the angelic realm, depending on how high Daddy wants you to become. And you have to think of it this way also. If you was to take a fork and put it in the socket here in the wall, your ass is exploding. Or maybe not exploding, but getting the shock of your life, right?
Yeah.
So that's what would happen if Daddy was to give you all of the knowledge that I got. And even the knowledge that I got, he doesn't even allow it to go too far too.
Right.
Because, if I can't handle it, what makes you think anybody else will?
You're slowly being amped up, so that you can acclimate to that level of energy.
That's right. There, I was looking into the word Jesus, right? And it's like something's what's going on here. So then I said, you know what? Let me look into this shit. And I spelled the word Jesus and I put it sideways, and I says, just ease society up slowly. Okay.
Say it again.
Just ease society up slowly. So I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
So
we had a hater comment, and it was all I could do not to like back, right? So the hater was like, you're too 3D, you're not who you say you are, blah, 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 blah. So can you tell everyone clearly who you work for and how it kind of works, so they know it's clarified who you are again for the jillionth time.
Right. Okay, so again, my soul essence is Sananda Galactic. Okay, my Earth name right now is John Mendez. My name 19,000 years ago was Yeshua ben Joseph, which is what they call Jesus. It all has to do with energy. Do you think I care if you don't believe me or not? Do you think that I live in 3D? That's your ass living in 3D. Okay? It all has to do with energy. Take this cup and drink of my essence, not my blood. That's satanic. Everything has to deal with frequencies, energy, no matter how you look at it. Okay? Just by that comment alone tells me and the rest of my crew that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because my crew, before they became my crew, they knew who I was before me even saying it. So go back to the drawing board, and when you learn that this is all real, you can come back and you're welcome.
That's funny. Thank you. I
Okay.
in my head I was dictating letters to this person, blah 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 blah. But I didn't do it because like that's high.
It's a waste of time at this
Yeah,
time. And remember, I told everybody not to waste your time engaging with these fools because we have real things to do.
yeah,
Okay, we have real people to heal. We have real information to spread. Those that took the training that I was teaching y'all, and they're still available. All you have to do is just go back, watch it, and learn, and just do it. If you fucking just listen and do it, you'll see that it's real.
right.
So while everybody's not dictating, but while everybody's talking all this bullshit, we are actually doing stuff.
Yep, yep.
So even if I wasn't who I am, I still taught y'all how to become super loving, energetic healers that nobody can participate. I mean, that nobody can, how you say, challenge. You can if you want to, but your abilities are given to you by Daddy. I just showed you how to do it, and there's no competition. That's what I meant. There's no competition. Even that video that I showed the other day called Heal. Everybody, that was real good information. However, they're not doing what I taught y'all. Okay? This guy's sitting behind him going like this to this. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Just go like that. Shoo, shoo, done. That's it. Done. So again, it don't matter what people think they know, because he obviously stated that like he knew what the fuck he was talking about, which he clearly wasn't. We're going to continue to do what we do, so don't pay no mind to none of that, guys. None of it, because y'all know, even if I wasn't who I was, y'all know that I'm still doing things, and my unveiling will be happening soon, shortly. Okay. And when everybody sees all these ships everywhere, like Smarty's been saying, that 3D shit is out the window. And when they come to find out that those are really mines and they are under my command and they'll do everything that I tell them to do, what are you going to say then? So, yeah. Anyway, what's next?
They're going to. All right. So, back to the consciousness. You've lifted the consciousness of everyone, including the Jedis. So some of the Jedis have reported like a huge increase of weight gain. I'm one of them. Blood pressure increase. Okay. Yeah. And then some had asked about, do we need to have our third eyes more open? Like and so I wanted you to kind of address those physical changes that some of us have been seeing. And
well, I've explained that many times, but yeah, we'll refresh it. Some of the weight gain is because we are literally holding a lot of the stuff that's happening around the world. You know how they say you got the weight of your world on your shoulder. Well, y'all see me, I go up and down, and I literally go up and down like this, and it's always when some type of turmoil and shit is happening. Before October 7th, I was losing weight. Right now, it's like.
That's me. That is me.
But it's true, because that's literally what it is. It's nothing but energy, and we're, me especially, I'm taking on the weight of the world because everybody's seeing what's happening, and that energy is I have to absorb it, and in my case, the shit sticks to me.
Yeah, you're transmuting energy for everyone, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what's happening there. Now, As far as the the what was it, headaches or something like that?
Well, blood pressure was another one. Increased blood pressure.
Okay, that's nothing but an attack. Also, the blood pressure is because somebody's got to you. Meaning, if somebody if you're having an argument with somebody, that alone does it, and then it stays, it lingers. So that's another reason why I say to release. Don't listen to nobody. Don't engage. Don't do none of that, because it's literally a frequency. It
Right.
doesn't have nothing to do with what the fuck you ate. Nothing. Nothing at all. Now, if
Okay.
you understand, right? If you understand that we're nothing but energy, what makes you think that a certain substance is going to make you have high blood pressure when it's I'm telling you, it's nothing but an attack.
Okay.
And when it happens again, whoever it happens to, think about the conversation you just had or you had with somebody else, and then you'll start to realize that shit, that's literally what it is. So what you have to do is you have to, okay, let me clear myself from it. Everything's going to be all right. I'm gonna give it up to daddy, and then next thing you know, your vibration is up, and that goes away.
Right. Okay.
So you're literally nothing but energy,
Okay.
and you have to understand that that is the case. Um, in my case, when I get upset about something, I'll get these little tingling things, or these itches and shit like that, right? Because they'll use certain people to get to me, right? And then I have to put that person in check. Like, listen, you already know what the fuck is happening. You need to leave that shit alone. Don't do this. Don't do that. Focus on what Dad wants you to do, and we good.
Right. Right.
And then within a couple of hours, or not hours, within a couple of minutes, all that stuff goes away because we've addressed it, we cleared it up, and we're moving on. So this happens. It don't happen all the time, but when it does, it's nothing but an attack. It has to be addressed. We have to clear ourselves in our environment. Use your wands, use your abilities, clear yourself, realize it's an attack, move on.
All right. And do we need our third eyes to be opened further to see?
If you're watching this shit, your third eye's already open, and
Okay.
it's not going to close.
All right. Just wanted to clarify. All right.
No, that's there's a lot of different groups out there that claim this and claim that, and zodiac and chakras and all this bullshit. Come on, man. The last time I looked at myself, I looked like a ball of light. I don't see no different colors here. Okay, I look like a fucking pudgy ass ball of light.
All right. A while ago, we had talked about directed energy weapons and HAARP equipment. And you said basically they've all been taken off the Earth, but some of the ETs they're up in the ships / other planets. So the attacks on Earth are coming from off world at this point.
Yeah. There's even I've recently posted videos right after that too, where the guy's sitting there and you see the waves in the sky going like that.
Yeah.
But those are coming from ships that what they were doing is they were using portal jump technology, and they were popping in, and they would do these wavelengths, and then they would take off.
Yeah.
And again, it's the same thing. It's Daddy's allowing it to happen so that we can see it, so that we can address it.
Right.
And then you got these other guys who are just doing malevolent things right now because they feel like, yes, we finally can come out in the open and kill everybody and have our planet and do our satanic rituals in the open. So let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. Okay, I'm glad y'all doing that shit, because now I'm having fun too. I was bored a couple weeks ago.
So what you're saying is that when they attack part of Earth, you scoop them up, or you can retaliate, because I've seen a lot of floods lately in severe weather in all over the earth, and we know it's not a natural phenomenon.
No, it's not, and that's what it is. It's them.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they've also released, certain monsters and animals and shit. So that's another reason why that's increasing, because I don't even know if I posted it, but I just posted a video where they had this monster that they released, and it was going through Las Vegas and breaking up the streets.
Oh no!
So yeah, so Daddy had me send in the vacuums, suck them up, and then put them onto a special part of the ethers where it can't do no damage, because it was literally doing damage already.
Wow.
And that is possible because everything is energy down here, guys. Everything. So if Daddy wants me to take one of the micro mini vacuums and suck up this giant thing, that's because he wants the statement. He's literally making a statement. You got this big ass monster looking thing who's meant to destroy, and then you got this teeny tiny vacuum sucking them up. That's what we've been doing galaxy wide to a lot of the fleets, a lot of the dark fleets, because they were ramping up, getting ready to attack Earth and all this other stuff. And then we would just go in, whoa, who did that? Where are we at? Where are we? What happened? Because we are nothing but energy in an energetic universe, and things can be formed, reformed, and stored away in containers, planets, Pebble Valley, and it's all energy. So no matter how big of an army you think you have, Daddy sends out this tiny, teeny vacuum. Gone.
All right. Well, that was my question. So when somebody portals in and hits us with a HAARP weapon or you know, it happens, but you can retaliate against them and clean that up. So every time they do it, we've got one less attack to worry about, I guess is the way to say it.
One less attacker, group, handler, and we address their equipment too.
Right.
So it's not just the attacker. It's the attacker, whatever the attacker used, whoever sent the attacker, whoever was with the attacker, whoever's attacker's handlers, and whoever's manufacturing the weapon.
Right.
So it's not just, okay, we're going to get you. We're going to get you and everybody else.
Right. I love that. The whole team. Now,
that's right.
Now, what about looking glass devices? Because, it seems interesting that certain people just know how to be in the right place at the right time, or they're sidestepping some stuff, I guess is the way I'll say it. And I think you said that all the looking glass devices have already been taken away from Earth, or except
some, yeah, most of them have been taken away. We confiscated and destroyed some. And the ones that are remaining, they're only able to see what Dad wants them to see.
Okay. That's fair enough, right?
Yeah. That's so this is a looking glass device. So
ooh. How about the clear ones?
Just
ask your friend.
No, the clear ones are mainly for powering cities and blocks and whatever, whatever you guys want to power. Like, you guys can take the clear ones and go in the middle of Texas and just light up everything. And the videos that I post about the technology and what it's going to be able to do is very real.
Yeah.
So you already see people like Moses West putting these water machines together. Yeah. If you go on Alibaba, you'll find more water machines, and they're just creating water out of thin air. And then if you look at Maxwell's technology, it's literally free energy. So we're going to take all of these different free energy devices, we're going to combine them, and we're going to have small devices like so, some with lights and some without lights, and you'll be able to stick them on things and power them. That's why I posted that video from Wakanda, where she comes out, she throws the device on the car lights up, powers up. That's literally what the new devices will be doing.
Right.
And you'll be able to take them off and put them anywhere. It don't matter if you got gas, electric, nothing. Whatever you put it on, that shit gonna work because it's a consciousness.
So exciting. So exciting. Yeah.
It's happening.
Now we were told that Earth is really unique and very important for a variety of reasons. And I remember years ago, I read a lot of books channeled by the Palladians. I don't believe everything that I've read in them, but that's kind of what got me thinking about this. They called Earth a living library. But is Earth unique? And has this, I don't know even what we want to call it, liberation, cleansing, whatever you want to call it, ever been done before?
No.
Wow.
Not the way it is now. But yes, Earth is very, very unique because we have the abilities to manufacture and manifest faster than anyone. And when we all become what Daddy wants us to become, we'll also be we'll literally be turned into a guardians of the universe, if you would, which is the purpose of my children, which is also why I'm going to have a lot. So Earth is very, very unique, very special. And this is another reason why so many different dark forces come here to steal us. Because they don't only just steal us, eat us, adrenochrome, they also steal us, take us off world, and they put us into manufacturing facilities because we can do many things.
Right.
We're connected to the creator in a way they no longer choose to be, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So because of they decided not to turn to Daddy or not to be a part of everything Daddy does and says, despite being made by him, they do what they do to us and they force us to make things for them. So
I had heard, and I used to teach that the reason that everyone wants the humans is because our capacity to love is so great. And I feel like, we've been genetically modified throughout time. We're now at a pilot light. Our heart, our heart center is like a pilot light, just a little bit of teeny, but we still have great capacity for love and creativity. But when we don't have all these restrictions, it's going to go like wild. And
that's right.
That's why they want us. I don't know if that's true, but
that's the same. That's literally what I just said. So it's the same thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And,
yeah.
And see, the thing about the adrenochrome is because it has a special light force to it, right, that they can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Which is why they live longer and all that other stuff, because since they turned their back on Dad, they don't have life force no more.
Yeah.
So now they have to take the life force from any means possible. Even the Matrix showed y'all when they stick the thing behind the people and had them in these fucking pods, is because of the love that they seek and that love energy that they were seeking that was powering their Matrix.
Right.
Same thing with the blood. Same thing with everything else. We have the abilities to manifest. We have the abilities to create, and we have the specific love vibration that comes from Daddy that everybody wants, who can't get it elsewhere.
Right.
That also brings us to this. You can have that back if you turn to him now, which is why the reptilians were changed weeks ago, because he's showing everybody he loves them, and he don't like, if you guys just cut it out, turn to him, he's going to change you the same way he's going to change us down here. I mean, I would rather. No, that's a lie. I'd rather kill y'all. Um, I would rather be in peace and do other things,
Right.
but I don't have a problem with taking y'all out.
Well, it would be great if everyone decided to be full of love, like say today, and you didn't have this job. Your job would then just to coordinate the rehabilitation of Earth, if you will.
That's right. Which is it's going to be my job anyway, but
Yeah.
I'll be doing that and addressing these dark ones at the same time, which is why the wealth transfer and everything is still happening,
Yeah.
despite what they think they're going to do. Now you got different groups. You got different groups cutting off different people's access to the wealth transfer because they're backing Hamas, and Israel is Hamas, right? So what the fuck is really going on here? Who are these people? Why are they still trying to control this wealth transfer?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it don't matter because daddy's daddy. We got our own money. We got our own abilities. We got our own technology. The planet belongs to daddy, and I'm his son, right? We're all his children. I'm just the one that was chosen to do what I'm doing.
Right.
So the planet belongs to all of us, not just me. But I'm the one that makes it permanent, makes it so, and makes everybody think twice now.
Right.
So despite what everybody believes or hopes for, this is what's happening. And since I get to live forever because of the daddy factor,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't Russian. I ain't Russian. I'm Puerto Rican.
And I don't think people realize that that is the difference, the daddy factor, love, you know.
That's literally all it is. That's literally all it is. And it don't even matter if I'm Puerto Rican or what color I am. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to be under one, as a one community type thing where we're all loving each other,
Right.
taking care of each other. All of the labels and borders that they placed on us is going to fade away because we're going to find out that we are all brothers and sisters created by our Father, meant to reproduce, meant to heal each other, meant to do certain things. And all of those labels and stuff that we were programmed with as children will fade away because we're all going to realize that we are very special human beings, and the ones that are here pretending to be human are not human. And they decided to take on this white colored appearance to dominate the dark ones, the dark skinned ones, right? And that's literally what they did and what we've been dealing with. And these guys are straight reptilian, draconians. They're using technologies to appear as humans, and they've divided us that way. So we're doing things to undivide us and become one with each other and dad, despite what they want. They're calling a new world order, global currency reset, the reset, and all this other bullshit. Yes, they're saying that too. However, I'm saying it too, but I'm saying it with a whole new meaning to it. I told somebody that there wasn't going to be no more governments. It's going to be kingdom. And their first reaction was, we don't need a dictator and this and that. Yeah, because that's the way you thought kings were supposed to be. Dictators and ruling this way and ruling that way, blah, blah, blah. Which is why nobody wants that no more, right? That's not the way a true king operates.
Right.
Under daddy's guidance. A true king operates healing, protecting the people.
Guiding, right?
Guiding, protecting, making sure everybody has, making sure everybody don't need nothing.
Right.
So yes, we are going to have a kingdom, and yes, it will be that way.
Excellent.
So if you want to continue to, act like you're head honcho and you want to do this to hurt people and suppress this, suppress that, and stop this and stop that, you're going to find yourself between a rock and a hard place. And I'm on both sides.
Okay. Okay.
And if you think I'm bad, wait till you meet my children. But we got a long time to go, and we will be doing beautiful things for everybody. And it's, you know, Daddy shows his hand every day.
Right.
Every day. It's not every day. An infant, it's under rebels for, you know, almost a month and still lives. So those are little signs that Daddy's showing to people that he's still with them. And you know, those children over there are braver than the fucking men that are over there doing what they're doing to them.
Crazy.
You know, they're doing things from the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got these children who throwing rocks at tanks. That just shows you how brave they are. They don't give a shit. It's their land. So they got a lot to look forward to. They you know, they trust and believe in Dad, and they're showing the world that they do. And they're not saying what the propaganda, they're not doing what the propaganda is saying they're doing. Right? They're not. They're clearly not. These people are being violated, and they're still thanking Dad for it. And that's another reason why Dad's going to, you know, do what he does for them in that area. Israel's done. They're so done. They're so done. Yeah. And they're done in more ways than one. And Dad literally wants everybody to cut ties with Israel. He wants Israel to surrender, which they've done already. And he wants all of their symbolism gone. Palestine will be restored. And that's just the way it's going to be. And of course, we're going to go in there and fix everything. Heal the people, and
right. It's
going to be real beautiful. But it's going to happen everywhere, pretty much at the same time. So that's one of the things that Dad told me, because I was concerned about the people that are less fortunate than us all around the world. So when the wealth transfer came in, I wanted to focus on these people, and then everybody else could wait. Dad told me no, everywhere. Fine with me, let's go.
So I wanted to ask a little bit about the boycotts and products, but I also want to ask about the wealth transfer. So let's do the short one first. We've been boycotting pretty much every company, every product, every corrupt company. And the problem is, we have to have certain products or food items or whatever. We have to buy stuff somewhere. So there's concern, like, what if we buy something that supports Israel or an agenda that we don't want to support? We're not doing it on purpose, but you have to buy whatever it is anyways. So there was concern about it.
Yeah, the answer to that is Dad's going to take care of it anyway.
Okay.
So we don't really have to worry about it. Like when Dad issues those commands to boycott, he knows who's going to be boycotted. He knows who's going to be what, blah, 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 right? Because he obviously created it all, right? So we don't really have to worry about any of that stuff. But the obvious, you don't want to go eat human meat at McDonald's.
Oh, no.
You don't want to go to Starbucks and all these other places that are literally have already spoken, what they said and what they're doing. So, all the other companies and stuff like that, it's going to be like what default, like it's going to be, it's done. Plus, he's already told me this months ago, which is the reason why he had me make that seal of approval for all of the new products that we'll be manufacturing. And another thing is, remember, we are the ones that hold the wealth now. So we're the ones that's going to designate where the wealth goes to. despite what your bank account looks like right now, you need to start thinking about what I'm saying.
Right.
So all of the farmers, all of the the the, the manufacturing facilities, the food and all that stuff, we are going to pretty much own it all. And we are going to make sure it's healthy, benevolent frequencies and good for the people. So I wouldn't worry about some of the stuff, some of the stuff that some of you guys are worried about, because remember, it's all in Daddy's hands anyway.
Right.
And he'll tell you what not to buy and what to buy anyway.
Right.
Even a couple years ago, all this, Amazon talks and all this other shit. I didn't care about none of it because I know I'm gonna own the shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want an Apple phone, but Daddy made me buy it, and I know I'm gonna own the shit. So, there's a lot of things that are going to happen, and we're literally manifesting it, or it's literally manifesting. So I wouldn't worry about some of the stuff that you're worried about. Just focus on what we have to do as far as healing, because we're the only ones that can do it, especially those that took my method serious. I mean, we're the only ones that can do what we're doing, because nobody else is talking about reinforcing, done, sending energy there, healing this, heavy love and light blankets. We're the only ones doing it the way that we're doing it, which is why we are censored the way we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, I can understand. I've tried to be really diligent about, like, I don't need a lot of stuff right now. Like, it's just me. I need food, right? I'm not buying stuff, but I would like to soon. And I want to do it freely without saying, oh, I'm supporting a bad corporation or whatever, evil people or whatever.
Right. And dad knows and feels everybody, and we, he knows we don't want to support certain things and certain people, but he also knows the outcome of all these companies too. So it's okay.
Yeah.
So when he said, like I said again, when he says to boycott, he just wanted us to boycott. He's the one that knows what we're going to put the energy behind. He just says boycott. So even if we ourselves, like for instance, I don't buy certain things. I mainly eat, seafood and stuff like that anyway, and it's all local. So no matter what, when he says to boycott something, we're just putting the energy for the boycott to take place. Right. He's the one that, makes it happen wherever it's supposed to happen to.
Okay.
So that's another thing when we're working with Daddy, we just follow orders.
Right.
For a long time, when he tells me to hit this person, hit that person, I didn't know who the fuck it was in the beginning. I was just like done, blue and red and orange and blah blah blah, pow pow pow. Next thing you know, I'm seeing articles of dead people, and I'm like, and then after that, he tells me, yeah, you did that. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. It's going to be so fun to hear all the stories once you can freely talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I know some of it you really shouldn't or can't talk about. So
yeah. Well, there's so many things that's happening. It's, once we all get together and start doing some of the things here, we'll have like little beach fires and shit like that, s'mores on the beach, and we'll just talk about certain things, and it's all going to be shown anyway.
Yeah. And you said there was a celestial celebration that some of us attended. We don't remember yet. Mm-hmm. Dang it. Hope I didn't drink too much.
I know, right? They probably dragged me to my quarters.
Okay. Here is the moment we're all waiting for. Can you let us know what's happening with the wealth transfer? I have been dying inside because I'm so curious, but
okay. Well, the wealth transfer is definitely happening. The USN is live, and they're trying their best to hide it. The Iraqi dinar is also live, but they haven't give the go. So They're trying to hide that too. And what's happening with these things is that people are given chances to do the right thing. The elders, they know they want it done too. Well, they know daddy wants it done too. So they're doing everything they can to do it. And, you know, we're in contact with them telepathically. So they know we know, and they want things done. And they're also watching and monitoring to see which individuals that are working for them that are lying to the people. And there's also, you know, there's mixed reports coming out of everywhere, all over the place, the Wells Fargo. So they're getting it done, and those individuals that are arrogantly lying about the dong will be fired. They won't be able to work anywhere else for a while because of what they knowingly did. But we do know that it is live, and you can go exchange it. And we know because the elders and daddy are involved and they want it done. When they don't let you exchange, they setting themselves up for failure. And they're going to, so all of the bank accounts are already in USN. They're already in USN currency, right? So what that means is, because there was an overflow of Federal Reserve notes, they'll have to give you Federal Reserve notes when you want to cash out and cash your checks and stuff like that still. But all of your currency from the revaluation will be in USN in the digital platform, which is also the QFS, right? So that's literally where we're at, and that's what's happening right now. They're doing their best to hide it. The elders want it done. The elders want it out. The military and certain groups, they can't stop it. Every time they interfere, they get dealt with. And it's definitely happening, which is why you're seeing mixed reports from different people.
All right. So who's doing the blockages? Is it Wells Fargo management, or is it above?
It's the management above and the lower level management.
All right.
There was one report yesterday that was, you know, the lady was in Wells Fargo, and the minute she started talking about the Iraqi dinar that she showed them, they started freaking out, and the manager asked the teller about it. So the manager didn't even know, or they claimed that they didn't know. Daddy said they lied to her. But the purpose was for them to be caught, be lied to, be told the truth, and also the certain energy that you carry in the building with you pretty much dictates on what information you'll receive.
Okay.
And you know that's true because you heard the recordings.
Right. Right.
You heard the recordings, and then you heard these other different reports, and it's on websites. And before the Kuwaiti dollar revalued, they said the same thing. The next day, all the military guys that had the Kuwait dollar, especially the CIA and the government guys, all got paid the next day.
Okay. Okay.
So they didn't want people to know about this shit. So yeah, they're gonna lie.
Yeah.
However,
okay.
Daddy's here. Well, he's always been here, but Daddy's in charge of it now.
So I went into Wells Fargo myself yesterday, and the lady that I talked to was super nice. The other guys were literally laughing at me, and they said, well, I said, well, we don't exchange that. I said, well, what do you? And she started looking it up. And then the guy says, we don't take this. All right. So we don't take Zim, Dong, Denier, Bolivar. You name all the top ones, right? They don't take any of them.
But he knew it off the top of his head.
He totally did. And they were laughing. And I said, so anyone that's going to have great value, you don't take? And he just like shook their head and laughed. And I walked out of there like, we'll see. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's what I'm talking about. The galactic sting operation that you're a part of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But I thought it was interesting because the guy I wasn't even talking to, two things over, windows over, was the one that listed the top, whatever, five currencies. And I was like, interesting that he should know that off the top of his head. She had to look up, she was looking up a list. I was actually going to have her print a list for me, but then I'm like, okay, I already know. I already know.
right, right, right,
No.
right. And like I said, Daddy said for everybody to go to Wells Fargo and for everybody to take small amounts of currency and for everybody to open up an account. There's a purpose for it all. So just do what he says. That's it. And you did. Now you're going to see the outcome of them laughing at you and them lying to you and everything else. Remember, the more and more they reveal themselves, the more and more we reveal ourselves.
Right.
The
Exactly.
more and more they get exposed, the more and more we can do what we do.
Right. And now I know this is a very sensitive and big topic for most of us, but for years we've been told a certain process and how it's going to be and all that. And we're going to need to have, blue pens and all this crazy shit, right? Okay. And I guess my big question would be safety concerns. Do we have to negotiate anything? Can we just walk in and get a fair redemption figure? And then do we have to show them our projects? Because a lot of us are going to be doing multiple projects. So
No.
okay.
And it's literally that simple because if you notice, I didn't use the word exchange.
Right.
I used the word redeem.
Redeem.
So you're taking a currency and switching it for another currency. Why the fuck do you need all this extra shit?
Yeah.
So this is that simple.
Okay.
Then you can go about your business. See, that was a form of control. That's literally all that was. Which is why it didn't happen. So you're going to be able to go normally, go to the bank, redeem it, and have it in your account and do whatever the fuck you want with it. And if they interfere, well, you know what happens next.
Well, and when you say you can do whatever, as long as it's for the good of Earth, humanity, the people, etc. Right.
Well, majority of the people are going to do good with it anyway. Right. I mean, that's why a lot of us even hold it. You know, you see some of the people that were in it for all the wrong reasons are no longer, you know, they're either gone or they've been put on a list. You see what I'm saying? So
yes.
You see some of the individuals that was saying all this bullshit about me, and all of a sudden they're now in trouble and they can't go exchange, or they're not exchanging.
Right.
I don't even have to say the names because I'm sure y'all paying attention.
I'm laughing at that, but thank you for everything you've done. So you'll basically, when the time is right, you'll tell us what to do, is the bottom line, and we just do it.
Well, all you gotta do is listen to what Daddy tells y'all to do, and yes, I will help. And if you know, when you see me states things like that, like everybody should have went and did it already.
Yeah.
You know, I did it 2 days ago. You have plenty of time. Why didn't you go? There's no excuses. Take your ass over there.
Yeah. Well, some countries or states or whatever don't have a Wells Fargo. So just for those, like I know several in Australia said there are none in our country.
Right. So that's fine. If you guys don't have Wells Fargo, then you're obviously not. You know, you obviously don't have to go. Yeah. But you can still, I believe, you can still open up an account online. So check that out.
Okay.
HSBC is also the elders, and they're going to do the Zim. And some military stuff too is going to do some military branches or whatnot is
Yeah.
going to do the same. Daddy was just saying post office too. So
Oh,
there's a lot of shit that's have been changed. A lot of shit that has been changed. And being that he's even having me talk about it, it's meaning that it's literally here. It's manifesting as we speak. Y'all seen everything else that I say happen.
yeah.
So despite what you see happening over there in Israel, or should I say Palestine, despite what they're saying in Wells Fargo, Dad's changing it. So we follow his orders, and we benefit from our following orders. That's it. The elders, you know, they know, they're excited. They want they want this to happen.
Right.
They know that the U.S. and other people are involved in attempting to stop it, but they know.
Okay. Okay. Well, that seems fairly straightforward and easy. So I know 5, 6 years ago they were saying, get escorts, get security guards, do all this stuff, and
That's all fear porn shit.
yeah.
For instance, I'm gonna give y'all for instance, right? Because I love doing for instance, right? Why would I myself, including all the Jedi's that are connected with Daddy, need some fucking security force?
Crickets.
Exactly.
Yeah. All
And
right.
let them continue to lie to us, because you know what happens.
Yeah. Okay. So basically hold the line until further instructions. Have faith, be excited. It's going to be
That's
amazing.
right. That's right. There's so many things. There's so many things coming down the line. You know, there's been a lot of hiccups in certain things, including Deep Blue. Like that should have been gone. Um, some people are lacking faith or whatever it is. I don't know. I just do what I'm told and allow the process. But at the same time, you know, Dad is allowing things to happen too. So we'll see the outcome of everything shortly.
Okay.
And there is plenty of money for everyone in their projects, especially the ones that the projects Daddy wants me to do. Like my funds are endless. I've been saying that for the longest. Despite what my account looks like right now, my abilities are endless too.
Right. Well,
So,
I think a lot of us, I know I want to do like 2 billion things all at once. Like I have big plans and I want to help with everything that I'm good at or I'm interested in. So it's
right.
going to be an amazing opportunity,
It definitely is. You know, I was just having a conversation with certain individuals, including my boys. Like, you know, we're all very, very, very special, and the roles that we're going to play, despite how hard they are, or they may seem, we have been chosen to do what we're doing here. I mean, if we wasn't special or we wasn't chosen to do what we're doing, we'd probably be in Gaza getting bombed, or we'd probably be in Congo getting, you know, violated or whatever they're doing over there. So, you know, we were chosen to do what we're doing here, and we're so protected because of what we're going to be doing and what we're doing and going to be doing. And since I know that Dad can revive and heal and do wonderful things, I'm going to continue to do what Dad wants me to do, despite how anybody feels about it, because that's important not only for me. Well, it's important to me because I follow Dad's rules no matter what, but it's also important for the people because of what I'm doing, despite the 3D comment. I'm I'm doing what I'm doing for that idiot too.
I know.
So it's very, very, very difficult to do Daddy's work, but the rewards is what everybody's looking for, including the Palestinian people.
Right.
They didn't do nothing to no one. Just like you didn't do nothing to no one. I didn't do nothing to no one, right? Well, that I remember anyway. I didn't do things that aren't. I mean, that aren't forgivable, right? Like there's a lot of us that did stupid shit, but we've also recognized Dad and what this all means and how we are a part of it all and how we were meant to do certain things, whether people believe us or not. Like I go around talking about things and people look at me like I'm fucking nuts. But it's very real. And despite me looking like a nut, Dad always validates. And that's one thing that you can't take from me. Nobody can take that from me. Dad always validates what I do, what I say, my healing, my talks, my teachings, my speech, my products, my free stuff. Like you can't take that away from me. I've done a lot for people. And that's because Dad loves us and I love y'all too. So I'm gonna continue to do what Daddy wants us to do, and those of us that are under Dad's directives are going to do the same. So y'all should be very proud about yourself. Proud about yourselves and being connected with Dad and following his directives, despite how difficult it's been for all of us. And this goes universe wide, everywhere. It's been hard for people of the light for a long time, and it's changing. It's changed. We are literally walking into a new reality, despite what you see happening. So, even though we still got a little bit more time to go, not that long, but, or should I say, however, because Dad don't even want me to say but no more. However, things are happening, and I'm bringing everybody closer and closer to Dad. I don't take credit for anything that I do because Dad is the one that made me do it, and everybody knows this. So I follow orders, and I take care of everybody that I can, even though it stresses me out, even though I look like a fucking poker fish right now, but it is what it is, and I just love doing it.
Yep. And what doesn't, the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Look how much stronger, how much smarter we all are
all of us
than before. You know what I mean? And
all of us, yeah, all of us.
It hasn't been easy, and seeing, the videos has been hard. And
that brings another point too, as far as the redemption, right? If we were able to redeem an exchange years ago when we all wanted it, they would have just took it anyway. You see what they did to D Blue? You see what they're still doing to D Blue? Where's everybody's money at? Because I don't fucking got it. Right? So this is the reason why Dad is having us do certain things and involved in certain things, because when we get involved, we literally change it. They've been doing the stock markets and doing all this stuff for the longest. Everything that they did to D Blue, and they literally showed us all, they've been doing it to the stock markets forever. Right? So now we all just witnessed it. However, Dad always got us. So no matter what it looks like right now, hold the line.
Okay.
That's it. Hold the line. That's it. That's all we gotta do. Faith. We know Dad is not gonna leave it like this, right? We know he's not. We know I'm not. I want to do certain things right now, but it is what it is.
Right.
So we're going to take over. We're going to take over Stellar. We're going to take over Apple. We're going to take over Wells Fargo. We're going to take over Lobster. We're going to combine it all, and we're going to have a blast.
All right.
We're also going to take over We may not take over Twitter. We'll see what happens.
Well, I'm hoping you're going to say like Google, Microsoft, all the big tech, because I hate that they're all intertwined. Like I try to log into one thing, I got to log into all of them or whatever. That's the way it feels.
Right. So the reason why I haven't said that we're going to take over these type of companies is because that has been putting people together that we're going to make a whole new platform, and we're going to literally allow these other groups to witness it all.
That's kind of what I thought was going to happen years ago, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. And then, somewhere along the line, they'll just hang it up.
They'll fade out. Like, what was it called? MySpace years ago, or
MySpace. Yep.
Yeah, that's long gone,
It's still there, but nobody's there.
Yeah.
If you go to MySpace, you see a bunch of dark shit anyway. So.
Oh, okay. I haven't been on it, but I know way back when Facebook, before it became all ads, it was actually a way to communicate with people that around the country or whatever. It wasn't like now it's selling. Like every third post is an ad, and then they all want you to join their groups, and it just,
that's because they started losing money from all the clicks and all the people they've been banning, people not being a part of it no more. So they had to do other things to create revenue for themselves.
Right.
And that's literally what's happening to everything else that's dark right now. They're losing so much revenue that they're exposing themselves even more.
Yeah, it's good. Well,
great.
During the pandemic, Starbucks, now I don't drink coffee, nor do I go to Starbucks, but on their cup, they had stickers about Black Lives Matter. Then they had one, if you want a, transgender appointment, we'll drive you we'll drive you to your appointment. If you want an abortion, we'll drive you to that. And they would have these things on their cups. And so you clearly know where their agenda is.
Yeah, they're all involved.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the Palestinian guys just posted about that.
I saw that.
Where's Black Lives Matters at? Where's the rainbow community at? Where's this community at? Where's where's all you guys for Palestine?
Yeah.
So that pretty much just proves that they were all dark in the first place. Yeah. And they programmed, they made the people believe certain things, and now they're all backing it, not realizing that it's a reptilian, satanic cult cabal that don't really care about you yourself, and they'll, if they can program you to feed in their energy, then they can stay in what little power or whatever the fuck you call it, right?
Yeah.
But that's fading away too. It's being exposed, and some of the people that were, following along are realizing that, oh, wait, this is all disgusting. I don't want to be a part of this. When you find out you've been eating children in McDonald's and you've been, it's disgusting shit.
You'd like to think when somebody, see, people don't believe that. I've put things out for years about that, and people still eat there.
Well, right. And the most recent thing that Daddy told us is that the French fries in like what was it?
They dip it in
Chick-fil-A. They put adrenochrome on them.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So imagine how people are going to be sick. Imagine how all of these people have been eating this shit, and they realize that they've been eating this shit, and they got all this weight on them, and the weight is from humans or kids' bloods. They're going to be sick. They're going to be real sick.
Wow. I didn't see that, or I didn't know that, but I put one out the other week about McDonald's dipping their fries in some toxin. I don't remember what it was right now. And when I put that out there, everyone argued with me and like, I don't care. You want to go eat them, eat them. I'm not eating them.
Then you wonder why the lines are the way they were. Same thing with Starbucks. What's in that shit? Why is people addicted to this shit? Right? Well, we know why. And if you listen to Finkelstein and some of the other reptilians that are talking about this shit, it's literally like a drug to them. Right? So, they've literally tried to turn humans into them. If we can get you to drink Pepsi with baby fetal in it, or baby aborted pieces in it, then you can be like us.
Wow.
If we can get you to eat human meat in all these restaurants, then you can be like us. If we can get you to, do all this other crazy shit and sacrifice and drink blood, and then you can be like us. Well, no, I don't want to be like y'all. I want to be like me.
Wow.
I want to be what Daddy made me to be. And everybody should be the same way, the way Daddy made y'all to be.
Right.
This is another reason why we have so much work to do. I've been telling y'all, we got so much work to do.
Wow.
So much. One of the first things I'd like to address is the food industry, especially the farmers. Like I'm ready to go full vegan, right? I'm ready to go full vegan after seeing all this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's another reason why I only ate certain things. Like Daddy had me eating bison, salmon, lobsters, seafood here now more, right? So and the seafood is being caught literally here, like right here. So I'm thankful for that. A lot of people don't have that yet, which is why we have to address the food first.
Right.
Clean it up, give them new frequencies and to grow it faster, give them some money, whatever new equipment, whatever they need to produce the food faster for people. And then we give it away.
A lot of the farmers are beholden to the government, like they get subsidies and all that. If they grow a certain kind of, let's say, corn or whatever, that's like you'll drive by the field, you'll see little signs, this is whatever. And of course, Monsanto kind of controls the seeds. So there's going to be like probably some re-education and probably reorganization needed there. And right. We're going to say, here's, we'll clear up your land. Here's the good seeds. Here's the frequencies,
That's exactly what we're going to be doing anyway. And Daddy controls the seeds. So even if Monsanto's or whatever the fuck they call themselves modified the seeds like we know they did, one frequency can change that. And you already witnessed it. Some of the testimonies in the Holotech chat and Telegram are showing you guys that the seeds are literally growing within the apple, vet, whatever it is. So that tells me, or it should tell everybody, that once you put an object or a frequency device next to a fruit or vegetable, it becomes organic. It becomes what Daddy wanted it to be, because it changes it, kind of like, Cinderella and shit.
There was a video maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you put it out or not. Somebody took a hot dog and they took a little slice and they did it under a microscope, and it had like creatures or bugs swimming through it, right?
Yeah, even more Gellin.
Yikes. So not that I eat hot dogs at all, but like especially meat, but anyone that has a Smarty product, I would say, when you bring groceries home, wand the dickens out of them, and get them. And I have a straw in my fridge as well as the Food Fresh, and I don't know what else. Like I have like a shit ton of stuff everywhere, but you want your food to be as pure as possible. Who wants that in their bodies? Especially when you know all this other stuff. I think it's Doritos has aborted fetus cells or whatever sprinkled on it. Like I don't thankfully like Doritos, but oh my God, really?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They wanted us to act and be like them. So they're doing all this secret shit so that we can, we can eat a certain way and be a certain way.
Yeah.
But here, try this. Before before I started with the holograms, I did tons and tons of research, right?
Yeah.
Before you can take the alkaline machines or water machines, and you can put bowls of water, make bowls of water with the alkaline water and put your fruits and vegetables in it. And when you sit it there, the alkaline water will draw out all the bullshit from the vegetables.
Right.
Do the same thing with just charged water.
Right.
Take a charm, take one of the devices, do the same thing, and do a before and after photo. If you don't see any changes, that's good. If you see any changes, that's good. When you do that, that alone will show you that it's been cleansed.
Right.
Including the water itself, which is why it doesn't matter to me where the water comes from, because I know my abilities are real and I can just change the water. So back to the pineal gland or the decalcification or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, I got a frequency to change all that, and now I can drink water wherever I want to.
Right.
So, there's so many things that I've already addressed in frequency form with my products, with the free stuff, because of the research Daddy had me doing while I was in the street selling drugs and whatever else I can get my hands on.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do, but I was also, I learned I had the ability to do whatever I want because I had money coming in from the streets doing what I had to do. I'm not ashamed of it. And I don't hide it. That's what I used to do. But it also gave me the freedom to learn the shit that I was learning because I didn't have to wake the fuck up and go to a 9 to 5 that was nothing but a program anyway. Right? Yeah. And this is another, that's a whole nother world of shit there where people don't want to be a part of the fucking government because or the system. So they go out and they do certain things and want to become their own bosses and want to sell whatever they can get their hands on so that they don't have to wake up and go to work. And then that the CIA and all the dark ones bring all the shit in. Then they get us involved and we're now selling drugs and selling this and selling that. And when we get caught, we lose our freedom. And it's all created by them.
Yeah.
So, all that shit is changing. All of it's changing.
Yeah, they can sell the drugs and the gun and the humans, but
we can't.
Yeah, not that we want to, but you know what I mean.
Not that we will, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. I feel like this is a good time to wrap up. I mean, I have more questions if you have more time. So that's
we could do another one like Saturday or Sunday.
No worries then.
Yeah, we're good.
I want to say thank you again for your update and just let us know what we need to work on and we'll be on it.
Well, all you gotta do is just keep reinforcing the commands that Daddy has me post and expose everything, because the faster we expose, the faster we can eliminate and the faster we can walk into our new reality. I'm ready to start speed walking in that shit.
It is. Yeah. Somebody said this morning to me something about being did you want to be a mermaid when you were little? And I'm like, I want to be a mermaid now. I want to be able to breathe underwater now, So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, well, with the upgrade of our consciousness, our abilities, everybody's gonna find out that they can do things that they thought were impossible.
Yeah.
So, and that was also a program that's fading away because with Dad, everything is possible. The daddy factor, okay?
Yes.
All right, we're good. I love all you guys, and we'll be back next time.
Thank you so much.